Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. This time, as promised, I'm going to be doing a tier list on the Digimon games that we talked about in the three-parter series that we had. I talked about how much I liked one or the other, talked about which is good, which is bad, blah blah blah, but I never actually ranked them. The only ones I really gave ratings to were Cyber Sleuth and Hacker's Memory. So this time we're just going to be ranking them. Why not tier list style? Tier list styles are fun, right? So it's pretty simple. Top of the line best ones are going to go in S. Great ones will go in A. Solid ones will go in B. Meh, we'll put that in C. Okay, meh, in C. And then D, ass. Alright, first game on this list is Digimon World Dawn. Honestly, if I had to put this one, I think it's definitely an A tier game. So there's a whole series of these games on the DS. You got Dawn, you got Dusk, you got DS, you have World Championship. Dawn is one of the better Digimon games for sure. The console games, the main console titles were so hit or miss. The handhelds were always pretty solid throughout, very consistent overall, so that one's definitely an A tier. There's a couple of the Japanese titles in this list, but thankfully these are the ones that I've actually played. We got Digimon Adventure for PSP. Honestly, I didn't finish this one, but I'm gonna put this one in B. This one is also another very solid title. You're basically playing Season 1. You know, that's pretty much it. You're playing Digimon Season 1. This one I really liked. I thought the combat system was cool. I thought the exploration, they did a good job recreating the Season 1 scenes, the iconic scenes, the iconic fights. I thought they did a good job recreating it. I thought it was pretty solid overall. I don't really have many complaints for that one. Digimon Battle Spirit 2. Yeah, sorry, we're just... You could stay down there. Everybody knows my thoughts on the Battle Spirit games. If you don't, again, definitely watch the whole trilogy of the videos that we made. It's a rapid fire. We just talk, small talk about these games. We don't go too in depth with them, but you know, it's a fun time. But Battle Spirit 2, I was just not big on, man. I didn't think Battle Spirit 2 was that good. The first one wasn't even that bad. I think I was a little too harsh on it. But Battle Spirit 2, I thought it was terrible, man. I'm not really that big on Frontiers, so you're giving me a game solely based on Frontiers? Yeah, it's not a good mix for me. Fuck! Digimon Car Racing is next. We're going to put this one in C tier. Digimon Car Racing is actually kind of underrated. Hear me out on this one, man. So it really reminds me of the Game Boy Advance port of Crash Nitro Kart. Crash Nitro Kart had a very fun Game Boy Advance port. That's what Digimon Racing kind of reminds me of. I really like the boss races that are in there. I love the way they utilize the Digivolution in there as you're racing. I thought it was a pretty solid game. It's kind of clunky, but honestly, I thought it was worth the play. If you hadn't played it, definitely suggest playing this one. Okay, moving on. Digimon Hacker's Memory. You already saw the video a couple weeks ago. Hacker's Memory is one of the best Digimon games that's ever been made. It edges out Cyber Sleuth because of its story and because of its characters. Combat system is mostly the same. You got newer Digimon though. Do feel like the ability stat was a little more harsher to upgrade and deal with in this game compared to Cyber Sleuth. But overall, this is one of the best Digimon games. Easily one of my favorites without a doubt. Next is Digimon World Data Squad. This one, I was a little harsh on this one too. I think this one was okay. It wasn't like anything super crazy, super great. Digimon World Data Squad, I thought just the whole menu and the whole battle system was just, I feel like it was just kind of everywhere, man. I thought the battling system was kind of mediocre. I didn't think it was anything that great. The story, I didn't think it was too great. It's not a bad game. I think it's okay, but I really don't think it's anything spectacular. Moving on to Digimon World DS. We're going to put this one in C as well. So Digimon World DS is not a bad game either. This is a pretty okay game. I thought compared to Dawn and Dusk though, it just wasn't really up there. I thought it was just a bit more boring than the other ones. But you know, it's really nothing serious. I think it's still an okay game. I don't think it's nearly as high as Dawn or Dusk though. Next is Digimon World Redigitized. That's, yeah, no debate there. S. This is one of my favorite Digimon games ever. This is the best reimagining ever when it comes to World 1. I think there's no debate there. I know a lot of people like Next Order, but, you know, Next Order, it wasn't a bad game either. I thought it was okay. I thought it was a little disappointing. I thought the two Digimon system in Next Order wasn't really implemented super well. Either that or I'm just bad at games. That's also another thing that I forgot to mention. But Digimon World Redigitized is just a perfect reimagining of the first game, man. It's phenomenal. If you guys haven't played it, play it. It's a great English patch that has been out for years from a very great, dedicated group of Digimon fans. Look it up, play it, do it right now. Everybody needs to play this game. Okay, so next is Digimon Masters. You know, I don't think this one would even be in like the tier list. Digimon Masters, I haven't played it in years. I haven't played it since I was a kid, but I heard there was a big update for it. and like it's like even better now. So now that I actually have a laptop that doesn't shit itself after I open up Google Chrome, I think I'm gonna definitely dive back into this game. If I base it off of what I've already played, we're gonna put this one in C as well. This one, it isn't a bad game. From what I remember when I was a kid, I thought it was okay, I thought it was fun, but you know, I can't really talk about it too much because it has been a really long time since I played it, so you know, I don't really have many comments on this one. Digimon World 2. Yeah, I don't know, man. I think this one is in D tier. I don't think the game is ass necessarily, but I also don't think it was really that good either. I couldn't get into it like I did with the other World games. I don't know how Digimon World 2 is received around the whole fan base or the whole community. I personally think it just wasn't that good. I thought it was boring. I thought it was annoying. Digimon World 2, I thought was pretty mediocre. I think it's definitely the weakest out of the trilogy. Next we have Digimon World 3, and everybody knows where World 3 is at. This game is so flawed, man. It is so flawed. But damn it, is it one of my favorite Digimon games. Digimon World 3 is a very flawed title, but it's so fun. And it's also very nostalgic. I think that's kind of another problem with me. I got a bit of a bias towards World 3 because of the nostalgia, but it's really fun. I honestly like the story. I think the story is actually one of the better ones in the Digimon games, you know, well, before the new era that we're in right now with them. I thought Digimon World 3 had a pretty decent story. I thought the battling system, while kind of slow, still pretty fun. And you know, another thing is just the soundtrack as well. I thought the soundtrack was very great. I thought the graphics, the art style, everything about it was great. Obviously, the game has loads of issues when it comes to backtracking, and holy shit, the random encounters in this game is awful. It's one of the worst I've ever played in terms of that. I know back then that's how a lot of RPGs were, but you know, World 3 was just on a different level with that. I do one battle, I take 3 steps, and automatically get ambushed just right away. This game though, got a bit of a bias towards it. It's very flawed, but my personal feelings towards it, I think it's a high one. I like this one a lot. Digimon World 4. Okay, Digimon World 4. So, new tier. We're going to put dog shit over here, and we're just going to put World 4 right there. Yeah. It's dog shit. There really isn't anything to say. This is easily one of the worst Digimon games ever made. I think a lot of fans share that same opinion. This game is ass, and there's no other way to describe it. It's ass. Digimon Rumble Arena 2. S tier, immediately, without a doubt, 100%. This is one of my favorite Digimon games. Digimon Rumble Arena 2, I'm extremely nostalgic for. It's obviously not perfect. It has its issues. It has its weird things going on within it. But it's still a very, very good game, a great sequel to Rumble Arena on the PlayStation 1. One of the main criticisms I've had when I was a kid, and still do now, really, really wish we were able to play as Metal Greymon or Garurumon. I don't know why the hell those two get shafted in so many of these Digimon games. They get tossed aside. You know, I feel like they're forgotten a lot. Like, who wouldn't want to play as Metal Greymon or Garurumon? Then again, War Greymon in this game is so overpowered, especially Black War Greymon. His hit detection and hitboxes with his Terror Destroyer is ridiculous. You could be on the other side of the map, and once that thing explodes, it like vibrates. It sometimes still hits you. I don't know, but regardless, this is one of my favorite Digimon games easily. Next is Rumble Arena. I'm gonna put this one in. Fuck. I'll put this one in B tier. Digimon Rumble Arena is really good. There's no complaints there. The game's controls, it's obviously clunky. It's old PlayStation 1 game, but it's still very fun. I think it's an underrated game in this whole franchise. I don't think a lot of people talk about it as much as Rumble Arena 2 or any of the other ones. This one is good, man. I don't know why I don't see enough people talking about it. It's a very, very good one. Okay, next on the list, you got the other DS game. You got Digimon World Dusk. Dusk, probably just put that one in the same tier as Dawn, to be honest. Dusk, it's pretty much the same thing. There really isn't a whole big of a difference. I think you just put it on A tier with Dawn. If I had a preference, I guess I'd go Dawn. But you know, really isn't much of a difference between the games. Digimon All-Star Rumble, you guys have heard me in that episode. That game is shit. Don't think I need to go any further in on that one. Okay, next, Digimon Battle Spirit. Again, I was too harsh with this one. It's still in D tier, but I think I was still giving it too much shit. You know what? Hold on. Let's rearrange that real quick. Okay, this looks much better, because I hate Battle Spirit 2. I think I think the first Battle Spirit is still mediocre, but I think I was too harsh on it in the beginning. Really isn't that bad of a game. I just don't think it's anything that great either. Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth, that's... no, not S tier. We're going to put that one in A. Hacker's Memory Slice, again, it edges it out because of the story and the characters. Cyber Sleuth is still great. Still a great game, man. Still so much to love and so much fun to have in that game. But Hacker's Memory edges that out. The story and the characters just completely destroy Cyber Sleuth, in my opinion. Okay, next two Digimon games. I am probably going to get a lot of shit for these next two. So, I kind of teased it at the end of part 3. But Digimon Survive, we're going to put this all the way up here. I didn't realize it was that controversial in the community until I looked at the comments I got on the third part of the video. I didn't realize a lot of fans didn't enjoy Survive as much as I did. Survive, I think it's great. I honestly think it's one of the best Digimon games ever. I'm going to backtrack just a tiny bit on saying it's arguably the #1 best. I will double down on it being like top 3 though. I think this game is great. Again, I don't want to go further in depth. I didn't go further in depth in the final part, and I'm not going to go much in depth here. I want to make a separate review for this. It's going to be a while until we're able to get that out because there's other stuff I want to make first. But I love this game. I love it. I understand the criticisms for it, but I love it. Digimon World Championship. Yeah, you know what? I don't care. Hear me out on this one.
Dude, what is up with Agumon?
He's been staring at the fire for 3 hours.
Digimon World Championship, I do not get the hate for this game. I don't get the hate for it. I don't know. I don't see a lot of people talking about it. Digimon World Championship is extremely fun. My nostalgia aside, it's a very, very fun game. Dude, you're pretty much just raising Digimon in that classic format. You're hunting them down, you're raising them, you're leveling them up, you're evolving them, you're going through tournaments, you're building teams, and you're just kicking ass throughout the whole thing. Don't get me wrong, there's just downtimes in this game where it's fucking annoying. Where it's really, really annoying, trust me. But I love it. I really, really, really like this game, and I think it gets way too much hate. I'm probably going to get clowned for my takes on this one and Survive, but I don't care, man. It's fucking great. Okay, Digimon World Next Order. We'll put this one in the C tier. This was an okay reimagining. I don't think it's anything crazy or phenomenal, but there's a lot to like in it, and there's a lot to be kind of disappointed with it. Digimon World Next Order, though, don't get it twisted. It's still a pretty solid game. I just don't think it's the best reimagining of World 1. I think that's easily for redigitize. But again, there's nothing to really be ashamed about with this game. It was a good effort, and it was honestly pretty fun to play for the most part. I just was disappointed with it overall. I just didn't think it was that great like how everybody else thinks it is. Digimon Card Battle. This one I'm going to put in B tier. This is another one where I think kind of goes under the radar in the Digimon community. Digimon Card Battle's fun. You know, Digimon Card Battle is really fun. I enjoyed it. I really, really did. I thought it was just a very, very cool side game. Very enjoyable, very fun to go through. I didn't end up finishing it, but I do want to go back to it. Be cool. I do want to start live streaming again, so I'm probably going to bring some of these old games that I haven't finished and just play it, maybe restart them, and we could just have some fun there. Digimon Card Battle is an underrated game. I really don't think it's a bad one. I enjoyed it. It has its charm. It has its faults, but it's still a pretty solid game. Okay, and then the final game, Digimon World, the original. Man, you know, don't worry. I'm not about to shit on this game. Trust me. I'm struggling on where to put it, though. It's not going to go lower than A, but I don't know if I'm going to put it on an S tier. Digimon World. You know what, man? We're going to throw it in S tier. Digimon World is like World 3 in the sense where it's extremely flawed, but it's still really, really fun. It's really fun to play. It's really enjoyable. It has its fucking faults, though, man. Oh, my God. Most of it has to do with just the life system and the evolution system, though. However, there is one mod for this game that honestly fixes it up, though. I discovered this, I believe, back in September of last year. I'm not sure, but it was a very, very new mod where a fan just kind of patched up and fixed up problems in this game. Made Digivolution easier, item spawns were better, it extended the lifespan of your Digimon of certain evolutions. It's a very, very great patch. Link will be in the description, because I don't think a lot of people know about it. I don't know if it caught a lot of steam just yet. If I could find it, it's going to be in the description. Digimon World, though, even without that patch, it's still a really good game. You know, it's one of my favorite games of all time. I love it. I'll always love it, despite its flaws. It's a good Digimon game. Okay, and that about wraps it up. So, this is the tier list. This is where I'd rank these Digimon games. I think I was a little harsh with some of these games for sure, but honestly, overall, I think the narrative of that Digimon games suck is really stupid. There's definitely quite a few blunders. You could tell right here, just the small patch down here, these 5 games are kind of those blunders. You got the okay or meh ones right here. You got the solid ones right here. You got the great ones right here. You got the elite ones right here. There's a lot more good than bad when it comes to the Digimon Games series as a whole. I think it gets too much shit. And I'm going to be completely honest with you. Maybe it's my Digimon bias. It definitely is my Digimon bias. But I'm taking the Digimon games over Pokemon. I'm sorry. I never really cared for the Pokemon games. Digimon games, I love how they tried something new with nearly every single title. Even though a lot of it was executed poorly. I love that. And a lot of it paid off. It really did. These games are good, man. There's a lot of good games. There's quite a few blunders, but the Digimon series of games is pretty solid overall. I think it gets too much shit. All right, so that about wraps it up for the Digimon series of games that oh my goodness, I can't speak. Fuck! So that about wraps it up for the Digimon Games series of videos. Obviously, there is going to be separate videos on Survive coming up in the future. We're going to hold off on those for now because, again, there's other stuff that I'm working on, but that will come in the future. You can definitely expect more Digimon content in general. I want Digimon to be a mainstay on here. I was thinking about doing an update video for this to explain it, but I think it's pretty self-explanatory. My channel revolves around a lot on the PS2 classics, on the retro games like that, from that era, but it's also going to include a lot of Digimon because it's just one of my favorite franchises ever. So anyway, you guys want to make your own tier list, description is in the bottom. Let me know what you guys think. Am I being stupid? You guys want to clown me on some of these? I don't care. It's fun to discuss. Let me know what's up. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you soon.